Hello everyone. Hello. I'm going to provide today my first course in a small crash course for solving nonlinear systems for math students, grade 10. In addition to that, I'll be solving some questions included in the book. I'll start exactly at 7 p.m. as scheduled previously. I don't want anybody to miss this. Although I'm going to record it and upload it into the same channel very soon as we finish. So stay with me until 7 o'clock. We start all together. I hope that you will find it very useful for you, and we will do many other courses in the same field. I'm waiting for the audience to be with us so we can start as planned at 7 o'clock sharp. I hope everybody is taking care of himself, and please stay safe with this COVID-19 thing. Couple of minutes from now and we will start all together. I would love to stay on the match the exact time which is planned at 7 p.m. Okay, Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. I'm going to start giving the course now as it's almost 7 o'clock. Good evening everybody. We are going to talk today about solving nonlinear systems for math grade 10 for students. And it will be provided from my side to help them understand this very important subject. My name is Amer Khalaf. I'm from wawmail.com, and you would find very useful applications and very useful videos in this channel. I would love if you can subscribe and be among the members. Solving nonlinear systems. A nonlinear system of equations is a system in which at least one of the equations is not linear. You have been studying one class of nonlinear equations, the conic sections. The solution set of a system of equations is the set of points that make all the equations in the system true, or where the graphs intersect. For example, of nonlinear equations, you must be aware of the number of possible solutions. What is meant here is that you find the solution if you have a graph and you have two equations. One is represented by certain drawing, and the other is presented. This is the first equation, this is the second equation. You can find the solution by finding the intersecting points over here, and this is what we are going to talk about during the course here. Okay, now I'm going to delete these things to make it clear for you to see what I'm talking about. This has no solution. If you see that this one has no intersections between the first equations and second equation, no intersections at all, and this is why it has no solution. These are types of, this has one solution as there is one intersection point between the two equations. Here you would find two solutions because there is one here and this is the second one here, if you can see what I'm pointing out. And this one has three solutions because there is one here, there's two here, and the third one over here. These are the solution set which is required for each of the questions. And here we have four solutions, if you can see it with me. This is the first one, this is the second one, this is the third one, and this is the fourth. It's allowed from your side to use graphic calculators to get the results, to help you if it is required to get the result out of using these calculators. You can use your graphical calculator to find solutions to systems of nonlinear equations and to check algebraic solutions. You can use the next website to help you to graph the required equations if you don't have the required type of calculator, and this is what I used here, by the way, in this crash course. This is a very helpful website, and I'm going to try to present it to you here now also. Let's try to see it together. This is the graphical website which I'm talking about. We will use it together and see how things will go. Example 1. Solving a nonlinear system by graphing. So we have this equation which is 2x minus y equals 1, and the other one is 1y plus 7 equal 2 parentheses x plus 2 to the power of 2 by graphing. We can use that application. You can use it by drawing the equations mentioned here. if you see, this is the output. I will show you how this happens. We can work it out together. 2x minus y equal 1 and y plus 7 equals 2 to the x plus 1 equals 2. If we go to the website, which I just opened, I hope you can see it with me over here, we can write the equation by 2x minus y equals 1, and the other one is here, which is y plus 7 equals 2 x plus 1 to the power of 2. It's over here. There's an error which I made during creating this other equation. I'll do it again. Y plus 7 equal 2 x plus 1 to the power of 2. You can see here both. This is the solution. The graph of the first equation is a line, which you can see it in front of you here. This is the one. And the second one is parabola, and this is the second one. So there may be as many as 2 points of intersections. If you can see together here, this is the first one and this is the second. Solve each equation by y. We are making both equations by y. I would help you to try to understand how this happens here. If you see that y plus 7 equals 2x plus 1 squared. Now if you put minus 7 from here and make minus 7 from here, y would equal 2x plus 1 squared minus 7. And this is how we get this one. Now if we put these equations in the calculator, or we use directly the equations in the website which I give you, you would get the intersection points, which is minus 2 and minus 5 and 1 and 1. If you can see here, this is minus 2 and minus 5. This is the point which is minus 2. If you can see here, it's minus 2, and this is minus 5, which is this is the one. The second one is 1 and 1, and this is the point, which is 1 and 1. And there you can see clearly the solution set, which is as mentioned. Checking the answer. Substitute the points into each equation. If we put the first equation is y equal 2x minus 1. If we put minus 5 in the place of y, this is y, you will find the result. Here we put, by the way, minus 2 as in place of x. This is x and this is y. So we took the minus 2 and put it in the first equation in place of x. If you see, 2 multiply minus 2 equals minus 4. Minus 1 is minus 5. So this equation confirms that the result is correct. Same thing if we do it to the second equation, which is y equal 2 parentheses x plus 1 to the power of 2 minus 7. We put in place of x minus 2, and the result will be minus 5, which confirms also that the result is correct. Now checking the other result, which is 1 and 1, which is x is 1 and y is 1. you can see that in the first one the result is 1 and the second one is 1 2, which confirms that the results are correct. The solution set, as we said just before a couple of seconds, -2 and -5 and 1 and 1. And by the way, this is the way how you write the answer. Now this is another question which we can check by graphing, and when you draw it using the calculator or the website which is provided to you, solve each by y. This one, in order to get by y, I'll solve it with you. We will make minus 3x from here and minus 3x from here, so the result will be y equals 4.5 minus 3x. Now when you graph it, you can find that there is one point of intersection. As you see here, it is clearly shown that it's 0 from the side of x, and from y it is 4.5. It's very clear that it's 4 over than 4. It's between 4 and 6, and it's, if you count the squares, you will find it clearly it's 4.5. And the application gives you directly, if you point on the by the application that point, it will give you directly the coordinates. Now if you check the answer using 0 as an x, you will find that the answer is 4.5 for both equations, which confirms that our solution set is correct. So we put in place of x 0, and in place of y we will get the 4.5. So here we put x in place of 0, we put 0 in place of x here also, we get 4.5 in both sides, and which confirms that this is correct. Solving nonlinear system by substitution. It's simply we substitute the value of y or the value of x in the equation. I'll show you how this happens. The substitution method for solving linear systems can also be used to solve nonlinear systems algebraically. Example 2, solving a nonlinear system by substitution. If you see here, there are two equations. We need to find the intersected point and resolution for them. By using the substitution method, what we do here is that the first of the graph of the equation is circle, and the graph of the second one is parabola. This you can get it from the graphical calculator. There may be as many as 4 points of intersections. If we want to resolve it by x2, because both equations have x2, if you can see clearly here, we say that x2 in the first one, how can we get it? We do minus y2 here, y square minus y square. And remember that whenever you do any action on the right side of the equation, you have to do it on the left side. Same action. If you do -1, you have to do -1. If you make +1 on the right side, you have to do the right +1 on the left side. So here we do minus y2 y square to get rid of this y square in both sides. So in this case, the equation will be x square equals 25 minus y square, as mentioned here. So here what happened what happened here, he made x2. In order to make x2, we multiplied by 2. In this case, we can get x2 x square here. But if we did multiply right side with 2 in order to get rid of this, so we have to do also multiplying for this side by 2. If you multiply 2 by this side, it multiplies by y and it multiplies by 5. So we do 2y plus 10. And this is how he get this answer. Step 2, we use the first equation to substitute x squared by the second one. X squared in the second one is this one. We put it in place of this one, x squared plus y squared equals 25. Now we will replace x. This equation is the first one, right? We will replace x squared by 2y plus 10, which is the value of x squared. So we put 2y plus 10 plus y squared equal 25. Now y squared plus 2y minus 15. Now if you want to know how this happened, y squared is here, so we write it down. Now plus 2y, which is this one, 2y. Now plus, there is 10 here and there is 25 on the other side. We want to make it 0, so we will make minus 25 from both sides. We take out this and we get the result of 0. But here 10 minus 25, 10 minus 25 is minus 15, so it is minus 15 equals 0. And this is how this was gained. Now this is the point which you need to know how to do the solution. Let me go back and see how this could be resolved, and I will show you the rules for this. Actually, there is a rule, if you remember, a square plus a, write it down for you to remember it, and I'll provide it for you also. Let me show it to you. A square, there's plus, there's an equation which is saying let me write it down clearly here. X square plus a minus b x minus a multiply b is equals to x plus a multiply x minus b. So here what happens is that we will do two parentheses equals 0. We will convert this to this way. In order to do that, we do y here and y here, as mentioned. If you notice in the x side here, we will do plus and minus, minus and plus. We will find two numbers. We will find two numbers. Their sum is equal to 2, and their multiplication is equal to 15. Okay, and remember that they are, so we get 3 and 5. 3 here, we get the 3 here, and 5. If you notice that the 3 plus 5 minus the 3 is 2, and 5 multiply minus 3 is 15. So the multiplication of these numbers is 15. This is multiplication, and the sum for these two numbers is 2. Let me remove this and show you how things happen. So as I said, minus 3 plus 5 is 2, and minus 3 multiply 5 is minus 15, and this is how things goes. Now In order to get y is here, in order to get the result of 0, we have to make y equal 3. In this case 3 minus 3 is 0, and here y equals minus 5, because minus 5 plus 5 is 0. In this case the right side is going to be equal to the left side. Substitution for 3 and minus 5 in the equation. We choose one of the equations and substitute the value of y in it, so we can know the value of x. If we go to the equation, which is x squared equal 2y plus 10, which is this one, we put in place of y 3 one time, and the second time we put minus 5. So the first time is 3, 2 multiplied 3 is 6, 6 plus 10 is 16, and the answer is going to be the square root. In order to get it, we get the square root of this. In this case, the square root of x squared equals x, and the square root of 16 is plus and minus 4. So x is going to be 4 one time and minus 4 in the second time. What is the value of y in the second side, in both sides? It will be, as I said just now, it will be 3 and minus 5, because when we used y as minus 5, the result of x was here minus 4 and 3, because the value of x is plus and minus 4 for the value of y is equal 3, while when we used y as minus 5, the result of x is 0. So the solution set will be this one and this one and this one. This is, and if you draw this, you will find these as an intersection point between the two equations. Now, how this happens, this is the thing which I described to you in details here. If you press on the presentation, which I'm going to do, how this happens: y square, rule 1. These rules, I'm going to provide you the presentation for the people who's interested to have it. These are rules which you should remember and you should know, which I just presented to you before. This is the equation, and we used this, as I told you before. This is the first one. If you see that both of them is positive, this is the second one, and this is the third one. If you see that this is positive and this is positive, so it will be positive here. Now the value here with the x is the sum between these, and the value here is the multiplication. So this is the multiplication and this is the plus. So for example, this example for us here, we get it by 4. We'll show you also that there is this intersection point, this is intersection point, and this is intersection point. This is the one which is this is the one which is a 3 and minus 4. This is what I'm saying, that there is a mistake here, 3 and minus 4. And this is the other one which is minus 3 and minus 4. And there is one here which is 0 and 5. Now solving nonlinear system by elimination, which is very nice and simple method also. If you notice, there are two equations here, and if you find that, you can see clearly that there is minus 9y squared and minus 9y squared here. So we can simply make plus for these. We can sum these equations together, like if you summing two numbers. The graph of the first equation is an ellipse. The graph of the second equation is a hyperbola. There are many as maybe as many as 4 points of intersection for this case. We do sum for these two equations, just sum as we are summing two numbers. Simply when you say 9y square and minus 9 square will be removed together, and 24 plus 16, we will get 41x square equals 255 plus 144, we will get 369. We will just simply divide by 41 to get x square. Then x square will be equals to 9. So x is plus and minus 3. Now we will substitute the value of x one time as a 3 and one time as minus 3. And we'll get the value of y as we are doing here. If you notice that the result will be 255 plus 9y square equal 255. If we remove 255 from here and 255 from here, we will get 9y square equals 0, which means that y is equal to 0. So the solution set is 3 and 0 and minus 3 and 0, and when you draw you can find that this is correct. This is 3 and 0, and this is 0, sorry, this is minus 3 and 0. If you want to check out the solution, and this is another equation, if you can notice here that there is 25x and also 25x. Whenever you see a common between the two equations, you can use sum or subtract these equations to get the result. What we do here is minus the subtract. In the previous example we did sum. We add these two equations together to resolve the issue, but now here we are using the subtraction, and this is the result. If we subtract these two equations, 25x square plus 9y square equals 225, and 25x square minus 16y square equals 400. We do minus, we will remove these two, and 9 minus 16, which means plus. So if you do 16 plus 9, we will get 25 y square, and here we will get 225 minus 400. Okay, so you can use your calculator to get it, but 225 minus 400, you will get the answer as minus 175, and y square we can get it by dividing by 25. So divide by 25 is equals minus 7. So what happens is that y square equals minus 7, so y equals plus or minus square root of 7. Now if we substitute the value, if you want to see the complete solution, which I did here, as I said here, y square equal 7, and y equals plus or minus 2.65, which is the square root of this, and we substitute this value in the equations, you will get the value of x, which is x square equals 6.48, and x is the square root of this, which is 2.55. so the points are 2.55 and 2.65. then 2.55 and minus 2.65, because there is plus and minus here and plus and minus here. So if you go to the drawing back, you will find that there are 4 intersection points as mentioned, which is 2.55 and 2.65, which is just one, 2.55 and 2.65, and this one is minus 2.55 and 2.65. Same thing here for minus 2.55 and minus 2.65, and here are 2.55 and minus 2.65. Here, solve each system of operation by graphing. So we use that website or the calculator which you have, and you will get these points. Simply, you will find the intersected points, which is 2 in this case. The first one is 4 and minus 2. The first one is 8. See, the 8 is here, so it's 8 and 2. And this intersection point is 4 and minus 2. Since the question is for graphing, we end up by just using the calculator and see the intersected points, or the website which I provided to you previously. Here there is another question by substitution. So we can resolve this issue, this question, which is question 6 in your book, by the way, core 2 common core. We can do here substitution. If we get from here that y is equal 7 plus x, and you know how we get this, right? Because we did plus x here and plus x here, so we get rid of this, so it is 7 plus x. So we do, in the first equation, we substitute the value of y here. So x squared plus 7 plus x squared equals 25. X squared plus 7 plus x multiply 7 plus x equals 25. We do the same thing. Multiply x squared plus 49 plus 7x plus 7x plus x squared equals 25. Now x squared plus 49, x squared and x squared makes it 2x squared plus 7x, and 7x is 14x is equal 25. Now if we want to get rid of 25, we do 2x squared plus 14x, which is this one, plus 49 minus 25 is 24. Now if we notice that there is 2 shared here, we can use x squared plus 7x, because we remove this from here, 2 and 2 and 2. 7x plus 12 is equal 0. If we go here and use the same equations which we learned before, x and x, plus and plus, y plus and plus, because there's plus and plus here. So we will find 2 numbers, which is 3 and 4 clearly, because 3 multiplied 4 is 12, and 4 plus 3 is 7. So this is clear. So in this case, x is minus 4 and x is equals minus 3 is the 2 options. What we do is that we put y in place of x one time minus 4 and one time minus 3 and see the value of y. We will see that y equals 7 minus 4, then it is 3, and y equals 7 minus 3, then it is 4. So the answer is minus 3 and 4, and minus 4 and 3. These are the solution sets. Now the last question, which I did for you to resolve it, just to simplify it for you, and we use elimination method for solving this. If we want to write this in a way which is a smart way, this one, if we take 3 from here, so it will be by the way, this is written in a wrong way. The equation here is minus. There is no, it's 6y squared minus 27x. So if we take 3 out, we will make it 2y squared minus 9x squared equals 54. So we took 3 from here and here. We took it out and put parentheses. This is just to remove the... Okay. So in this case, we